Hello, today we're going to talk about the academic skill in English language of writing your introduction and your conclusion to an academic essay. All right, let's give that a go, shall we? And I'd like to point out that the following terrific information was taken from the scribber.com website. /academic essay /introduction /. So how to write an essay introduction? Well, a good introduction paragraph is both engaging and informative, and the main goals are to catch your reader's attention, give background on the topic, and present your thesis statement, the central point of your essay. So here's an example essay introduction paragraph. We have: the invention of Braille marked a major turning point in the history of disability. Now, this is what's known as our hook, right? This is how we catch the reader's attention. It's short and sweet. The writing system of raised dots, the idea of tactile reading, despite initial resistance, all of this, underlined in blue, is the background information. And then underlined in, I suppose that's teal or light greenish blue, is our thesis statement. So again, the hook, the background on the topic, and then the thesis statement. We see a nice example outlined here. Your first sentence sets the tone for the whole essay, so spend some time on writing an effective hook. Avoid long, dense sentences. Start with something clear, concise, and catchy that will spark your reader's curiosity. The hook should lead the reader into your essay, giving a sense of the topic you're writing about and why it's interesting. So avoid overly broad claims or plain statements of fact. Catching the reader's attention, this is a nice one. Then you give background information. Give your reader the context they need to understand your topic. Depending on the subject of the essay, it might include historical, geographical, social context, an outline of the debate you're addressing, a summary of relevant theories or research about the topic, or a definition of key terms. And then you present your thesis statement. So you narrow your focus and show exactly what you want to say about the topic. And this sums up, your overall point. Now, this is the most important sentence in your introduction. A good thesis isn't just a statement of fact, but a claim that requires evidence and explanation. The goal is to clearly convey your own position. Well, in this case, we're writing an informative essay, so it's to clearly convey your central point about a topic. So here's the thesis statement to that example. By providing unprecedented access to information and culture, Braille was instrumental in transforming the social status of blindness, but its success depended on mainstream acceptance by sighted teachers, and this process was shaped by broader debates about disabled people's place in society. Now, what we've learned about writing a good thesis statement is that our thesis statement will outline what is to come in the essay. So quite likely, this person is going to write about how Braille was instrumental transforming the social status of the blind, how there was a necessary mainstream acceptance by sighted teachers, and how the process was shaped by broader debates. So we have basically three main ideas here that will be outlined in the essay. All right. So when you're writing your essay introduction, use this handy checklist. Check whether your first sentence is engaging and relevant, your hook. Have you introduced the topic with necessary background information? Have you defined any important terms that the reader needs to know going in? That you need to check that your thesis statement clearly presents the main point of the essay, and that everything in the introduction is relevant to the main body of the essay. Use this checklist. It's very handy indeed. Moving forward, how about writing your conclusion? Well, although there's no universal formula, there are some key aims to keep in mind so you can make an impact. The conclusion must have a clear connection to the content of your essay, but avoid simply summarizing each paragraph or repeating the main points in order. Try to bring your points together in a way that makes connections. The conclusion is your final chance to show how all the paragraphs add up to a coherent whole. One more point, the conclusion of your essay is essentially a restatement of the introduction. So it brings the reader full circle. Now, what shouldn't go in the conclusion? Eliminate these common mistakes. Don't include new arguments. Any evidence or new points should appear in the main body of the essay. Okay? Otherwise, the reader becomes confused as to, well, now we have new information, but it's not fully developed, and that can be, distracting. Here's an example conclusion. Braille radically enhanced blind people's autonomy and changed cultural understandings of blindness. And then that was our main thesis statement, right? Restated. And then it comes full circle within the very conclusion. The Braille system's success was both a consequence and a cause of changing attitudes to disability, and its story shows that accessibility and acceptance are always intertwined. So again, the points here mimic each other and mimic what was presented in the essay as a whole. And then in the blue, basically this is one of the topics of one of the paragraphs. And in green, another topic from another paragraph. The conclusion sums up the main points of the whole essay and restates, to bring us full circle, what the introduction stated. I do hope this brief video has helped, and good luck with your writing.